whatever. But yeah, we will see how that all goes down. I mentioned Steph. Steph just passed Wilt on the Warriors' all-time scoring list this last week. Continuing to add accolades to his resume is still an amazing player that I think is still in his prime and looking very well. So I wanted to just ask you, because I think it's something that's interesting. We see a lot of new guys, and people talk about how for the longest, just how the league progressed. It started, or I guess you go back to Magic and Bird, and then it went to MJ, and then we had Kobe and these guys, and then now we have LeBron as kind of the face of the league. I'm trying to figure out who's going to be the next guy to fill that void. I think it's interesting how it felt like, wow, it could be one of these young guys that we'll bring up. I think if LeBron, this is kind of a nod to his success, honestly. If LeBron and success and dominance didn't run for so long, I think Steph would be the new face of the league right now. He changed the game and is still the dominant player. He had his own dynasty run that we saw. I think he very well would be the face of the league right now if LeBron.
Yeah.
I said, do you agree that Steph will be the face of the league without LeBron, or just looking forward, who you think will be the next guy to step in once LeBron is gone?
I do agree with that, because Steph was being talked about in that conversation as being better than LeBron. Like 2015 when he had that unanimous MVP, like I think we forget like how nasty of a season Steph had that unanimous MVP season. Yes, bro. Like teams were shook, and that was when he was just pulling up just beyond half court for dagger 3 against the Thunder and all that. Like he was cooking, and he was being talked about as maybe this dude is better than LeBron. I don't think we still believe that. I think we believe that LeBron is better overall, but Steph will go down as one of the best players to ever play this game. He's already the greatest shooter ever. And so I think very much so, as the league has gone to sort of his play style and shooting threes and high octane offense, I think it probably would have been Steph's league had LeBron not come back against the 73-9 Warriors with that 3-1 comeback and won that chip in 2016 and continued to win another one in 2020. It may have been Steph's league, but that is a credit to LeBron's dominance for sure, I would say.
I guess a small wrinkle I will say too. Yeah, I think that KD kind of got in the way of Steph really claiming that face of the league title. Not because actually, yeah, just because him being on that same squad and seeing them pair to each other and KD winning those finals MVPs and things. I think him joining them, while it led to more team success, Steph's individual brand kind of got knocked with KD joining that squad. So yeah, it's a sad thing.
KD move messed up a lot of shit, man. It messed up a lot of shit for legacies, honestly, probably.
Yeah,
but yeah, it had a ripple effect for sure. I mean, when you're arguably the best player in the league as well, too. I mean, people were having that discussion between KD and LeBron as well.
Right.
You're arguably the best player, and the move you decide to make has a lot of weight in the league, and that shifted the entire power balance of the league.
Everything.
So, all right, Warriors are going to win however long KD is there. Like, it's not really a competition.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that definitely changed as far as Steph's trajectory of being the face of the league for sure, because Steph willingly kind of took a back seat to KD while he was very much a part of why they won too. He kind of deferred to KD as that true number one there. So, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, so sad to go that way, but they had still had some great success, and Steph is still on a tear. So hopefully he can get back to that level once Clay and the rest of those guys get back. So
you were talking about current. You asked, I think, about like current guys that could potentially be the face of the league.
Right, right.
I think Giannis is still there. Like he's still like 26, 27 maybe. I think Luka is going to have a push to be that. He's super talented, obviously. But I think he has the media vote. Like he has kind of the LeBron factor with the media to be that face of the league.
To the point we brought up, though, can he get that if he keeps complaining?
Can he get that what?
I said, can Luka claim that title if he keeps complaining?
If he starts winning, he can. Because I think ultimately you have to be at the top of the mountain. like LeBron has been, like Steph has been, like Kobe was, like MJ was. Ultimately, you have to get that ring to be viewed as the face of the league. So I think if Luka is able to lead a team to a championship, for sure, he'll probably have an MVP at some point in his career as well too.
Sure.
But ultimately, I think the ring is what will do it. And I was going to say too, I think Zion, who I believe we're going to discuss as well, it's his league. Like, it is going to be his league. Like, he's number one on that list. He somehow went from overrated, as the teenagers said in the comments, to now somehow underrated because what he's doing has been historic this season.
That arc was weird because, like you said, he was over it for a while. At the very beginning of this year, we're like, hey, does any of these outlets remember that Zion's still there?
Right. Remember when we were talking about how like people were mad that they had him as like number 19 this year, the top 100 players, and I was like, that might be a little bit low.
Yeah, exactly.
I was right to say that might be low. Like, he is a dominant force.
Exactly.
He is Shaq dominance, like with touch as well too. Like, his finishing around the rim is insane. If he gets a consistent mid-range jumper, I've seen him like hit a couple fadeaways over double teams. Game over for the league. Yeah, he just has to stay healthy, and it's his for sure, in my opinion.
I definitely agree. I think he has the image and all of that around him that's perfect for it as well. So I definitely think it's Zion League to take hold of in the very near future. So excited to see that take shape. And it was just funny just to see how that shift kept happening with his story. It was like for a little while, even right now, we still kind of see it. ESPN and all these people seem to be struggling without LeBron and LaMelo in their media cycle. But Zion's still here doing his thing. Russ and others still here doing their thing. And they seem to kind of get glossed over at times. But I think Zion.
And maybe it might be in another organization. I mean, because it might hurt him a little bit that he's with the Pelicans, and they haven't been the best run league in the front office in the past few years.
If Giannis can do it in Milwaukee, I think Zion can be in New Orleans and make that happen. I think that's a great spot for him, and it will work out that he can claim that. I do
too. I'm just talking about like how they construct the team and how they manage like the players and the talent on the roster. I think New Orleans would be a great city for a star to be in. But
that was how I was going to end it, honestly. As you are somewhat of our Pels fan on the show, what move would you like to see them make to help them get kind of to that level? Is it, do you move on from Brandon Ingram? Do you move on from Lonzo? They held on to him post trade deadline. How you like to see this team progress in the near future?
I think if you're keeping the nucleus of those three with Zion and Brandon Ingram and Lonzo, which I think I personally would, I think you have to get a form of a stretch five. The signing of Steven Adams never made sense to me for how the roster is constructed. He's a decent defender, good screener, but he clogs the paint for Zion, who heavily operates in the paint, as well as Brandon Ingram, who operates in the paint as well too. So getting a stretch five to go alongside Zion, and then another elite wing defender, and probably a veteran guy. And then they still need a little bit more shooting because they lost shooting with JJ Redick. Eric Bledsoe, ship his ass out of there. You need to trade him
immediately.
It's
sad, man.
It's bad. Like, I don't know if you've seen him play this season, but it's not pretty.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, Bledsoe. The I don't want to be here tweet is still hilarious.
Right.
But I don't want you here if I'm a Pelicans fan, so they need to ship him. I think the nucleus of Zion, Lonzo, and Brandon Ingram can contend.
Quick time out. I lost it for a second. Say that last point again.
I was saying I think the nucleus of Zion, Zoe, and BI can contend. I just think They need a little bit more experience. They're still developing players, and they need that stretch five, that wing player, a little bit more shooting around them because they need spacing. Spacing is a major issue. Brandon Ingram has talked about it recently in after their loss in overtime to Russ and the Wizards. He talked about how the spacing was an issue for him trying to operate in overtime. So that's like the major issue that I see for the Pelicans.
Got you. Yeah, I'm taking your word for it. You're the Pelicans fan of the group, so they'll be hearing what you guys say, and hopefully they take note of that and make some adjustments because they're a team that's in that play-in tournament range for right now, but they have so much more potential than that. Hopefully they can achieve it. So, we will see.